I built the top 3 best Armaguerra loadouts based on data, in-game testing, and overall feel. I show the meta build at the end, and it's insane, so you don't want to miss that. The first class setup is the fastest killing build of the 3, and the BOT 315mm CII barrel gives it extra damage, which is what makes the TTK better. It does hurt your recoil control and accuracy though, so to compensate for that, I attached the BOT DA stock, hand stop underbarrel, grooved grip, and hard scope to help with the control. I'm using the 60 round mag instead of the 72 because even though the 72 round mag improves the TTK slightly, it also makes you slower and increases the recoil too much. Using Vital as the perk 1 option would also increase the TTK by just a smidge, but it's not worth it either due to the extra recoil that it comes with. All the other attachments are typical for most SMG builds. Since this loadout has the fastest time to kill of the 3 in this video, you'd probably expect it to be the best. But due to its slow movement, ADS time, and strafe speed, I consider it the second best. This next setup is the fastest strafe build, and it's so good because it'll be hard for people to track you during gunfights while you're strafing left and right. The Imerito 180mm short barrel is what gives this build its extreme strafe speed, but it will hurt your recoil and accuracy. Instead of compensating for the recoil like we did in the first build, most of the attachments are going to further increase the strafe speed. These strafe attachments are the Imerito TA skeletal stock, compact underbarrel, grooved grip, and steady. The rest of the attachments are the same as the first build. Keep in mind that this build does have more recoil than the others, so it won't be great after about 15 meters or so. Within those 15 meters though, it's very effective, so I consider this the third best Armaguerra loadout. Finally, the build that I consider the best and the new meta SMG class is the most well-rounded of the 3. The TTK is the same as the strafe build, but it's laser accurate, has the fastest movement of the 3, and has decent strafe speed. Before I get into the meta build, please hit that like button as I spent many hours finding the best Armaguerra loadouts for you. And also consider subscribing as I'm a competitive Warzone player who's new to YouTube and I only make videos to help you improve at the game. On the meta build, I've got the BOT 570mm Precision barrel attached to really help with the recoil control. I see so many people mistakenly use the Imerito 550mm 03P barrel to improve their control, but I'm here to tell you that you should not use this barrel because it'll make you super slow while also hurting your ADS and sprint to fire times. The Precision barrel comes with no movement downsides, and it also helps your horizontal recoil control even more than the Imerito 550mm barrel. As you can see, it increases headshot damage by a ton, and while it does decrease your body damage, we use Vital on this build, which practically brings the body damage back to its original state. I'm using the Imerito TA skeletal stock for that strafe speed. There are quite a few solid underbarrel options that you can use on this build. The Mark 6 skeletal for movement speed and ADS time buff, compact if you want extra strafe speed, or the SMLE pistol grip, which is super underrated and boosts ADS, sprint to fire, and strafe speeds. I think the 60 round mag is the best option, but you can go with the 72 round mag, which will increase your TTK just a little. It will hurt your movement and recoil as mentioned earlier, but since we're using the Precision barrel, it's still very accurate. I'm using taped grip on this build, which I mostly use for that faster weapon swap. Right now, the Armaguerra is the best SMG option, beating out the Marco and Blixen. If you don't believe me or just want to learn more, check out my previous video on the screen now. Have a good one.